Hey guys, what is up? NFL Weekly here, back to you again. And today we're going to look at, in my opinion, what the top 5 NFL teams are right now. Starting with number 5. Now most of you are probably thinking, what is this? Seahawks is number 5. You probably think I'd put, what about the Steelers? Or what about Kansas City? But I'd put Seattle because of how they really dominated and destroyed the Vikings. I mean, let's get started off by saying the Vikings were down basically 7 points and 0 points the whole game. I mean, they got no scoring in at all. The Viking team, they came in, they ran the ball, and they really did not get many yards at all. So this team basically just got wrecked because their best source of yards, which, of course was Adrian Peterson, was knocked out right away. So, I think we can all agree that since the running game didn't work, the team didn't work. And that was very true. Vikings did not get really anywhere, and they got crushed. So Seattle took the spot, and for number 5 now, and here, they're just such a good team. So, let's look at this. So, rushing yards, 146.6, which is first, okay? They were second, now they're first, which is pretty impressive. Passing yards, 232.2, 21st in the league, which still needs improvement, but the past couple games, they've been doing really good about passing, so I'm not going to complain. Yards average, 378.8, which is 7th in the league, and points per game average is 8th, which is 25.4. So, it's a little bit of work, I'd say, but overall this team is up and going, crushing the teams that go in front of them. And as you can see the rest of their stats below there. But overall, as their offense runs, at least, they're doing great. So, number 5 is Seattle Seahawks, who are 7-5. Number 4, we got spot for Bengals. Once again, them Broncos are just so close together that I could not make the choice, but I have to put Bengals back only because I do believe Chargers were a harder team, even though Bengals still dominated Browns. Chargers was a harder team, Broncos still beat them by a lot, so it doesn't really matter, but I had to put Bengals as number 4. But here's our stats. So rushing yards, you can see 118.3 ninth. Passing yards, 257.9, which is 12th in the league. Yards average, 376.2, which is it. Points average, 27.8, which is 4th. And as you can see the stats below for other things. Total for stats, 249 against 224 from the other opponents. And they dominate other teams. Okay, and you have to realize that Bengals have came in, they beat the Seahawks, they beat a handful of other teams I can't name off the top of my head. You get the idea. Bengals are a great team, and I put them as number 4. Number 3, in my opinion, is Denver Broncos. I think they're on top. They beat Patriots, what seemed prime time, even though Gronk's injured now. And you're probably wondering, Patriots aren't even on the list anymore because they lost to the Eagles, which was pretty disappointing. And they do not have many decent players anymore. So I know this sounds crazy, but they're not even on the list, which isn't a good sign. But, as good as their record is, this is this week, okay? They're going into week 14. This is not 2 weeks ago. This is now, okay? So, as number 3, first in the AFC West is going to be Broncos, who are 10-2. Average rushing yards stand at 104.8, which is 17th. Passing yards average 236.9, which is 18th. Yards per game average 341.7, which is 20th. And points average 22.4, which is 19th. So this team definitely seems like they need to work on the offense, even though they played great against Chargers in the past couple weeks. So, there you go. Number 2, we got Arizona Cardinals, which are first in the NFC West. Right in front of Seahawks, they're 10-2 right now. Rushing yards 120.2, which is 8th. As you can see to the right there. Passing yards 299.3, which is 3rd. And yards average 419.5, which is 1st. And points average 31.8, which is also 1st. So you can see why I put them at number 2. They're just so high end. And, look at those stats. Total first downs, 288 against 204 from their opponents. This team just dominates, crushes, and passes well. And runs well against their opponents. So Cardinals at number 2. The only reason why I've not put them at number 1 is because guess why? They're not undefeated like the Carolina Panthers. who are first in the NFC South, and they're also 12-0. Let's start off by saying rushing yards average, 141.9, which is third. Passing yards average, 218.2, which is 27th. Rushing yards average, 361.1. Yards average, 361.1, which is 14th. Points average, 31.1, which is third. So this team offense is still good, and their defense is still good too. Team is number one. This team is number one, and they'll remain that until they, lose a game. And even if they do win the game, they'll still be number one because this team rises and rises and rises. Does not stop winning, and doesn't seem like they'll be losing anytime soon. So, guys, there you go. My top 5. Hopefully you liked it. If not, that's okay. Leave a comment below to what you think the top 5 is or what you might want to put in there. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And have a good day, guys. See ya.